everybody, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we are going to talk about the redcat Gen 8 V2 and the Traxxas trx4, not the Sport. So we want to get into some details on this truck. This is going to be part one of a sequel we are going to do here. We are going to test each one of the trucks. I want to see which one is the best bang for the buck. All right, we're going to break down price for each truck. We are going to break down what it comes with and what it doesn't come with. So let's go ahead and get into this video. All right, everybody, first things first, the redcat Gen 8 V2 and the Traxxas trx4. They both come with portals. So that's good. We like portals sometimes. Sometimes we like the straight axle, but we're not here to discuss about that. All right, so they both come with portals. TRX4 comes body pin. The Gen 8 V2 comes Velcro body. Velcro tends to not hold a lot, especially when it gets wet or dirty. So that might be a pro on that, or a con on that part. Let's see. The TRX4 comes with a 2-speed transmission, lockable front and rear diff. The Gen 8 V2 comes with a single-speed transmission with lockable diffs. So it all depends on what you want. If you want to do the Traxxas part, the TRX4 Sport comes with a single-speed transmission and already locked diffs, just like the Gen 8 does. So it all depends. Price-wise, the Gen 8 V2, $339 roughly. The Traxxas TRX4 is almost $600. So a big difference in price. So it still all depends on what you want. They both come almost ready to run. You're gonna need battery packs for them. I run a 2S 5200C battery in these things, and I enjoy the lifetime I have with them. I get 2.5 to 3 hours of run time depending on how long I beat on them. Both of these trucks I have completely stock tires, stock weights. I haven't changed anything on these trucks. Stock motors, 550 cam motors. The Traxxas is running a 21 turn motor in it with the Triton or whatever the heck the motor is in them. But it is a stock motor, stock gearing, everything stock in the truck. What I like about the redcat is the gearing. The gearing is so ridiculous on them. I think that's what makes it real capable of crawling. We're gonna sit here, we're gonna get some weight on these trucks. I wanna see which one's heavier or lighter. I'm kind of curious about that because we all know the redcat Gen 8 crawls ridiculous. And from what I've run on the TRX4, it crawls really good. So I'm pretty impressed with it so far. And it all depends on how much money you guys want to spend on these RCs. So far I like both of them. A lot of people's been talking bad about the redcats. They don't like them, this and that. Well, I think redcat's got a bad name. The Gen 7, I think, put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. Redcat did it right with the Gen 8, I think. The Gen 8 V2, I mean, they knocked it out of the park with this one. Much, much better. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing up on the scale. I'm going to get the camera up close so you guys can see these on the weight of them. There's a couple differences. I'll explain what it is, and I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference on the weight. So let's go ahead and get this thing weighed up. All right, first thing first, Traxxas TRX4. All right, the difference is front bumper's been removed, rear bumper's been removed, but it does have an LED light bar across the top. So I think that's going to make up the difference. As you see, it does have a battery installed. It's got the 2S hard pack. stock tires, stock rims. We're gonna get this thing thrown up on the scale. I'm kind of curious. Put your comments in the put your comment that you think this truck weighs in the bottom in the comment section. Let's see how close you guys are. All right, here we go. Here's the scale. As you guys see, it's zeroed out. Still zeroed out. Here is the Traxxas going up on there. Make sure I get it locked on there. There we go. There is your weight. 6.69 pounds is the Traxxas trx4. 6.69 pounds. All right, let's go ahead and get that Gen 8 up here. Kind of curious about that one. Okay, same talk. This one is completely bone stock. Stock rims, stock tires, down to the stock bumpers, grills. This thing doesn't even have an LED light kit in it, so it doesn't even have that added weight to that neither. And I have the same battery in here. I will pop the lid open. I will show you guys. There's the battery. So you guys see, it's a 2S, 7.4 volts, so that tells you it's a 2S battery. 5250 cc discharge. So everything's identical to this truck as it is to the other one. So it's got the same battery in it, so there's no arguments. So let's go ahead and get this thing thrown up on the scale and see what it weighs. Same thing. Put your guess in the comment section on what you guys think this truck weighs. Bone stock. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing, everybody. Turn it on. Zeroed out. Nothing on the scale. Zeroed out. We're gonna get the truck. This one's a little trickier. I don't have a better spot to hold onto this to do it with one hand. My hands are off the truck. Truck's sitting by itself. 7.51. So let's just say 7.5 pounds. Man, never knew this truck was heavier than the trx4. All right, well, let's go ahead and get to the closing, everybody. Man, who would have guessed that the redcat Gen 8 V2 weighs more than the trx4? I would have thought it would have been the other way around, but I'm surprised. That's probably why it crawls really good out of the box. And redcat has knocked it out of the park with this. And don't get me wrong, trx4 is right there with it. That's why I want to do these tests. We're gonna go rock crawling with this thing. We're gonna do just whatever we can find to punish these trucks. And I want to see which one comes out on top. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a pretty darn good race between the two trucks. The trx4's got it on speed all day long. It's got the 2-speed tranny. I think it's just gonna walk all over it on the speed wise. But crawling and trailing, it's not all about speed. It's how it handles the trail, how it crawls. So we're gonna get into that in the next few videos. We're gonna take the trx4 out and we're just gonna do a little trail video with it coming up. I just wanna put it through its paces because we just received it here on the channel and I wanna make sure everything functions and works as it should. So we're gonna take it out on a little rip coming up by itself, and then the competition begins. So stick around. And don't forget, if you guys have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below. It is free to subscribe. Doesn't cost you a dime. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, because you're not going to want to miss any other videos coming up here soon. So we're going to catch you on the next episode. Have a good one, everybody.